Hello fellow hunters, this is Jared Lantern, and I'm here to show you things that I saw at Ballet 2018. This event took place this past weekend, August 25th and 26th, in downtown Los Angeles at the Convention Center. This is the 5th year they've done LA, and they decided to do things a little bit differently this year. They kind of themed the event, and they called it Descend into Darkness. And that basically referred to the fact that the convention floor was going to be all dark. That ended up being a little misleading. It wasn't like super dark as I thought. As you can see here, this is a typical vendor on the convention floor, perfectly lit up. It was not as dark as I think a lot of people had anticipated, which is fine. I didn't really see the point of trying to make it dark. This is the scaring room, which is kind of like the screening room, where they show various little horror films. It was actually quite annoying that you couldn't even hear the films because it was right next to the main stage on the floor, so all you could hear was like laughing and applauding from the next area, which is right here basically. This is the main stage. It was called the Monster Stage, and this is the Universal Studios Hollywood Horror Nights panel. As you can see, it was completely packed. They really should have had their own room for these panels instead of just putting them on the main convention floor. Here's just an overview of what it looked like. So as you can see, it's not that dark. Basically, the main lights on the ceiling were turned off, and then they had some specific spotlights, and then each vendor, were well lit up. So I just took a brief walk through the convention floor. I also went to Midsummer Scream, which was last month, and being that these conventions are only a month apart, and geographically they're very close to each other as well. One in LA, one in Long Beach. A lot of the vendors are pretty much repeats from the previous convention. So I didn't go into too much detail about who the vendors were, because like I said, a lot of it was the same. Not a whole lot of major props to buy like previous years, which my checking account was thankful for that, but I would have liked to come home with something. I did get something from Froggy's Fog, and I'll definitely do a video on that item. This is the Zombie Ballet performance. They kind of gained a lot of fame and a little bit of notoriety from winning the grand prize on the Gong Show last year. They're entertaining. They didn't have like a main stage performance or anything. They were just kind of put on the convention floor. But they're entertaining to watch. They interact with the audience a little bit, so it's fun. This was one of the entrances to one of the mini haunt walkthroughs. They did a really good job with their entrance area. This is another performance on the main stage. I think there was like a couple drag queens, and they did some numbers from Rocky Horror Picture Show and Hedwig and the Angry Inch. And this is the amazing comedian, well actually magician and comedian, Ed Alonzo. He was actually the magician consultant for American Horror Story Freak Show. And of course, he was also Max from Saved by the Bell. He was incredible. He was lots of fun to watch.
All right, well, that is the best seat in the house right there, folks. You thought those were good seats, didn't you? I didn't even rip my pants.
This was actually a little prop that a guy was dragging around to make it look like he had like his son with him, and people were actually tossing candy into his little trick-or-treat bag there, and they thought he was a real boy. Just some more of the convention floor. They did live makeup demonstrations, which is always cool to watch. And possibly one of my favorite parts of the convention was this random little dude. I like to call him Lil Mike Myers, Little Michael Myers, and yeah, so there he is dancing away to one of the bands. So that was fun to watch. So anyway, there it is, you guys. Ballet 2018, Los Angeles. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, keep it creepy.